Welcome back for lesson 7 of this little short set of tutorials we've got going on. Okay, in this lesson we're going to do a little cropping. And the crop tool, if you look down here, is this little, I don't know what shape you'd want to call that. They look like two corners of a painting or something that have kind of intersected. It's called the crop tool. There's also a very neat perspective crop tool. We don't need that today, but you can use that if you're cropping something that has a perspective thing going on. Okay, now notice the option bar completely changes for us. Excuse me. This is set up to be unconstrained, which means there's no, you're not worried about proportions. Okay. There's a original ratio in there, and there's a few other little doodads. There's a couple of ways to do this. First of all, you can just grab the corner of this, and you can start altering where you're going to crop. Now, when the way the crop works is whatever is in the light is going to stay when I hit enter, or I hit the commit checkbox, and everything else goes away. The second way to create this box is to just highlight it. Whoops. What the heck did I do? Nice. Let's hit the little cancel button up here. Okay, I can just draw the square as I see it. And it appears like that. The third way of doing this is I can go up to these two boxes and I can tell it how many pixels wide and tall I want it to be. So let's say I wanted it to be 500 pixels wide, and hit the tab, and 250 pixels tall. And you can see it immediately sets it up for me. So those are a couple of your methods that you can use to select your area. Now, one really neat thing here, take a look at this view. We've got rule of thirds, and there's a bunch of other little things that you can turn on. This rule of thirds, though, is terrific. We talked about that using the, putting this tic-tac-toe board on our pictures and trying to run the interesting items along these third lines, and especially where they meet. Try to have something interesting going on. And you can see the way we've cropped this, we've actually accomplished that. We've got this dude or lady, I'm not sure, in that section. We don't want to chop that off, do we? We kind of lost the top there. Do we want to get the skis in there too? Maybe. Okay. So anyway, you can see the it's as it moves it's constrained. This is what I was talking about, constrained. It's keeping the same proportions. If I don't care about that anymore, I can wipe out my I can go unconstrained, and then I can move it up and down and create it any way I like. Let's see, how would I do that? I go to unconstrained, and now if I want it to be skinny, see, I can do that. I can turn it into a square. I can do whatever I want with it if it's unconstrained. I kind of like being unconstrained, so let's do that. That looks nice. So anyway, this rule of thirds is a terrific little thing to have. Another item, have you ever tried to crop something and it was a little bit crooked and you're like, oh man, this is annoying. Like somebody scans something and sends it to you. That happens to me all the time. My boss sends me all these crooked scans. Anyway, we have this neat little, see this little, I don't know, ruler? What the heck is that? It looks like a duffel bag. It says straighten the image by drawing a line on it. We could actually draw this in, and we could, I could straighten this image. Wow, isn't that weird? Okay, that's not what I was looking for. I think I have to finish this first. Let's do that. And now if I wanted to straighten the image, I could put a line there and I could straighten it. Let's say that this was crooked. I could put the line up like that to try to straighten it and see how it would shift the photo to do that. All right, I don't really want to do that. I just want to show that to you. Anything else cool up here? Nah, that looks okay. All right, so anyway, cropping is I know it sounds boring, but it's a terribly important thing. Let's hide that. And now we're looking good. We've made a nice project. Hopefully our client will give us some money. And, or, at the very least, they'll come back and they say, hey, can you make the pure powder bigger? Can you make this, can you add some more colors to it? Can you tweak it? Or is there too much snow? Can you add more snowflakes? They'll give us some ideas of what they want to see. It's a very iterative process. Iterative means you do something, then you tweak it, and you tweak it until it's better. It's the whole design process. You create something, and then you discover the flaws or things in it that you want to change. You change them, and then you have produced a better product. And then someone says, hey, what if you added this? And then you tweak it again, and then you have a new product again. And as you improve the product over and over and over again, we call that an iterative process. Anyway, enough English for now. We're done with this particular project. And let Mr. Routhier know, and you can, if we have the next project ready, you can move on to the next project. Okay, make sure you do a nice save. Make sure you tell Mr. Routhier what's going on. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.